Welcome everybody, this is Daniel Hutchins and we are back again. This is my mom and this is her classroom that she had last Friday. It's the Daniel thing. Again, this is the Daniel thing you would not understand.
It normally takes him 2 hours to drive up to work and 2 hours to drive home from work. Assuming that, traffic is what it is down here in South Carolina and we are far away from most of everything. So, again, I don't know, honestly, I'm actually feeling pretty good about myself right now. This is actually one of the better Mondays. I'd have to say this was probably one of the better Mondays I've had in this entire month. I'd have to say this would probably be on top of one of the best Mondays of this month. Because the other 3 Mondays I've had, at least recently, haven't seemed to live up to the hype that I thought they were going to be. But so okay, so this Monday I was able to actually do a lot of stuff and get a lot of stuff done. But then it's like the other couple Mondays I've had these last few weeks, it's like, oh, I've had to stay behind and watch my dad. Oh, I had to do this, or I had to babysit my dad again or something. But this time it's like, I don't know. As long as my dad is taking his medicine, he's making sure to take things easy, which again his boss Marcus is usually taking things easy with him, giving him light work and giving him light stuff to do. I think possibly hopefully by the holiday, we should be coming back around to normal again. Assuming that, nothing bad happens or gets worse for my dad, because my dad is 60 years old and quite frankly, he's kind of had some health conditions. I'm not going to go into specifics. because I don't have to. Plus it's HIPAA, plus I don't want to invade his privacy. So, again, like I said, I'm free to talk about whatever I talk about because we're on the First Amendment to freedom of speech. Again, First Amendment to freedom of speech, okay? I am free to talk about whatever I want to talk about, when I talk about it, why I talk about it, when I talk about it. Okay, so, again, it's a free country, last I checked. Free country. At least I think it is. Okay, so right now, Washington is beating Carolina right now, 10-0. And it's at Washington's, not Washington State, Washington, D.C. Okay, so, yeah, we're seeing the Commanders beating our ass right now. The Commanders are beating us right now. I'm going back and watching that game again because it's a game I missed on. I slept down on it yesterday. So I'm going back and watching Commanders game. I might just fast forward through it because, honestly, I think it was kind of not a good result when it came to Carolina, because down here in the Carolinas, we kind of have our luck draw out. And it's like, are we going to come back after a terrible loss, like a terrible blow loss? But I don't think so. But again, if you like Carolina, drop that in the comment below. Okay? Drop that in the comment below. I also got to finish up the rest of the Minnesota Viking game that I didn't finish from yesterday. Okay. So I only had like a couple minutes of that I had to finish. And of course, if you already know who won, let me know in the comment below. But again, we're catching up, getting some stuff done. Okay, we're also finishing up the Oregon Ducks game. We're doing the Oregon Ducks game. And again, like I said, it's a blowout game, where Oregon pretty much destroyed Purdue. And no, we're not talking about the chicken, we're talking about the score. Okay? Okay, so we also got to catch up on Kevin Harvick's happy hour. Okay, we have like a few episode podcasts of that we got to finish. We got a couple episodes of that to finish. Assuming that we got that. But again, like I said, it's all kind of in the drop point now. Okay, it's all kind of in the drop point right now. Okay, also, wait a second. We watched the Chiefs, we watched the Patriots, we watched Carolina, we watched the Bulldogs, we watched the Longhorns. Okay, we watched the Carolina Gamecocks, which is my team. We watched Clemson. Okay, we gotta catch up on Notre Dame. We haven't been watching a lot of Notre Dame, so we gotta catch up on some Notre Dame. Okay, so Notre Dame actually played Georgia Tech, and it's for the SEC, the Southeastern Conference. So again, it apparently looks like that game was kind of a big upset as well. Okay, that game was a big upset also. We also gotta finish up Kentucky and Florida. And I'm talking about the Wildcats and Gators. Okay, we're going to catch up and finish up the Wildcats and Gators. Because that was actually 4 days ago. Okay, we got to catch that up. Okay. It's important that we catch up on our stuff, making sure we catch up on our television or sports programming. Like I said, if you guys don't know, I actually watch lots of sports programming. In case you guys are not aware, I do watch a lot of sports programs. In my spare time, that is. Okay, we are actually going to finish up Nebraska and Indiana. Okay, Nebraska, Indiana. And, yeah, Indiana University. Okay, I've actually read a little bit about that game, but again, like I said, it's kind of been in fluctuation for a while. Like, I've been kind of interested in Indiana. The whole state of it is like so good. Because, you gotta love the Middle West. You gotta appreciate the Midwest people. You gotta respect the people of the Midwest. The Midwest is kind of where you get all the corn from. It's where you get all your corn states from. I mean, you don't have corn unless you don't go to the Midwest, They're the bread, they're the wheat, they're the corn. You gotta make sure you have the bread, the wheat, and corn, That's why we have the prairie. That's why we have the Great Plains, the Midwest, You gotta give them a little more credit, guys. You gotta give some credit to them, Gotta give our friends in the West some credit. Okay, we're already 36 minutes in this video. This is probably the longest video. I probably had to split it up in multiple pieces. But, yeah, oh yeah, we gotta finish up the Wolfpack game. We gotta finish up the Wolfpack game. Oh yeah, Wolfpack actually played University of California. California is actually very, very bad right now. They're 0-3 right now. So yeah, they're really bad this year. And that's from the ACC, the American College Conference. For those that don't know what ACC stands for, American College Conference. Okay. Oh yeah, we also got to catch up with, we gotta do Louisiana and Coastal Carolina. Okay. We gotta catch that one up. I actually watched some of it, or read some of it, but I have to get that one finished too. But again, like I said, Louisiana had really closed us out on this one. Louisiana's pretty good. Okay. Okay, I think we caught up on some good football, and I'd say we caught up on a bunch of college football, and we caught up a little bit of some pro football. What do we do now? That's a good question. Go back to YouTube, make sure our volume is turned off. Make sure our volume is turned off all the way down to 0, with no volume at all. Making sure everything is all okie-dokie, just now. Okay, we're actually going to do, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of some. Oh, I know what we're doing. We're gonna do a little bit of some Cowboys podcast. Cowboys podcast. All right, we have to do the Cowboys podcast because I actually have my dad actually follow that, and we need to go back and follow that. The Cowboys podcast. All right, the Cowboys podcast. Okay, there's a lot of stuff we gotta watch on Cowboys podcast. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here on Cowboys podcast. It's the official HQ and headquarters to the Dallas Cowboys. All right, so we're catching up with that, doing a little of that. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'll split it up in multiple pieces, or kind of fast forward the parts that are not as important, or skip parts that are not as important. And I'll see you guys later.
This is a Hutchins Hut production. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe now. What are you waiting for? Subscribe now.